Good morning. All right, so setting up here so that I can make a little pasta salad. So what I've done already is, and excuse the blank screen at the moment, but what I have done is cooked the pasta ahead. It is bow tie pasta today, and I don't want it to break apart when I stir it up and add other things because I cooled it. I made it cool last night, put it in the fridge overnight, so now it's good. So now I'm going to take a little dressing. I'm going to take Italian dressing. I happen to love Olive Garden Italian dressing, and you can get it in the grocery store. And I put a little on that just to kind of, a little more maybe, and just to get it moist enough to stir it without breaking apart, because once it starts breaking it looks messy, and sometimes presentation is very important to me. So now I have this stirred up a little bit, so when I add things in here I can just stir them each in and I can see, oh, is that enough of that item, or is it too much? And if it's too much, then too bad, because I probably wouldn't pick it out. But the kind of pasta salad, there's a bazillion kinds. So with this particular kind, I try to mimic an old friend who used to make it. Our kids were in kindergarten together and we became friends for years. And she would add pepperoni, salami, chunks of cheese. So today this is nice and stirred up, by the way, and it's all slippery. I kind of want it to be slippery. So now I'm going to take a decent knife. I am going to peel this apart here for the pepperoni. Just pepperoni in a package, no big deal. You can get the summer sausage, whatever your taste happens to be. I cut these in half because it's a lot to put in your mouth. Sometimes I cut them in quarters, so I'm actually going to do that. Cut them in quarters, or small halves. How can they be small halves, right? Well, it depends, because they slide. When they slide, they don't cut perfectly in half. So just cut them, add them to your pasta, and once you stir that up again, then you'll know if there's enough just by, I don't really do a measurement for that because, I don't know, it's always a little bit different. Oh, well, that's nowhere near enough. So we're going to do a lot more of the pepperoni. And also, you could add, like, pepperoni and salami. I also like hot peppercorny, whatever you call them, peppers. Oh, they're so good in there. And I cut the top off and let the juice in because the juice gives it that much more flavor. Love that. And I've got a good amount of pepperoni. I'll actually show you how much I put in. You want it in every bite, right? You want, how big a bite can you actually take with pasta and all the other fixings in there? So here we go. Let's see. All right, stir it up. I guess it's okay. An okay amount. Whoops. Toss it out. Whoop. Toss it out some more. Okay, take a look at this. Is that enough? Well, you know what? We'll try it after. All right, so I have just plain old cheap Colby Jack cheese because I like a mild cheese in here, and the reason I like the mild cheese is because everything else is pretty intense. Pepperoni, that's kind of an intense flavor. But the shape of the cheese, for some reason, seems to be important to me. And I do have some bizarre things. I like them cubed. Small cubes, though. Baby cubes. So I cut off a little chunk, maybe an inch off of these rectangular shaped ones, and then they're not really going to be cubed, they're going to be baby rectangles in this case. So does that matter? Heck no. And could you cut those even smaller? Yes, as a matter of fact, I think I will. So then they really are miniature cubes. Actually, that's brilliant. I'm brilliant. So I have that. So I cut those, toss those in, do the same thing if there's enough of them. And my philosophy really is there's never enough cheese. I am a total cheese lover. Most all kinds of cheese in a variety of ways. I think whoever invented cheese is an absolute genius. And had very good taste. So here we are. We've got some more cubes here. Toss these in. So I've done probably half that package. We'll see if that's enough too. Again, we're going to go by looks. And at the end, we'll go by flavor. If you have to add something, so don't put anything away because it's just really a pain in the neck because you have to take it back out again if you decide to add more. All right, this is probably nowhere near enough. Maybe I'll add another kind too. One of my other favorite things in here will be radishes. And I love radishes because, again, it's that little zap of, I wouldn't say spice, a little different taste. I really love that. So it gives a little zing, and who doesn't like a little zing? So here's my radish. Cut your tops and your bottoms. So how would you cut your radish? Now keep in mind, you're going to grab a spoonful, a forkful of the pasta salad. So you want these things to stick on there and be small enough so that you get them in each bite and they're not separating, because that defeats the purpose of adding it all together. So I cut them in little squares. So here we go. We cut the top off, the bottom off. I had that backwards. Then I cut it in half. Then I cut that in half. So I have two halves here. And then I just slice those in small pieces. And that seems to work out quite nicely. So, okay, we have some radishes in there. I didn't add those peppers. Jalapenos. I have a little jalapeno left. Maybe I'll just throw that in there too. And that's the beauty of a pasta salad, a cold salad. And today is going to be almost 90 degrees, so a cold salad is the only way to go. I don't need anything else for my dinner. That will be it, because that is quite... Don't forget to wash your vegetables. Usually wash them when I get them, and then again when I put them on the item that I'm cooking with. And here's the other thing. I put them on, sometimes to put them in water, sometimes to perk them up, because, they start to get a little wilty. And you don't want them wilty. You want them nice and crisp. And water will do that. Because once they start to get wilty, the reason is because they're losing water. So they start to dry up and evaporate, so you just have to add a little bit more water. Oh, this needs a little more of everything. This was a lot of pasta, I think. This was a whole box of bow tie pasta. So let's see. Yeah, definitely need more. Need some color in here too. I can't see that red very much, so we definitely need another radish or two. And definitely need more pepperoni. And of course, I'll probably put more cheese anyway, just as you know, I've said that already. And, and I'm going to put a jalapeno, and I'm going to put the peppercorny. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll show you. Hold on. Let me grab it, because I know I have some in here in the fridge. Oh, and I have a pickled asparagus, which I love that as well. Here we go. Here it is. It is the... This is what it's called. What is it? How do you say it? But boy, if you put that in here, I'll show you the trick to putting. I should finish my radishes first, and then I'm going to show you how to put those in. So slice, 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 little bite-sized radishes, hopefully. And contrary to what you might think, my mouth isn't that big, so I do need to have these things in a small. Let's get brown on it. I don't like brown on it. Okay, let me take a couple of pepperonis out of here. Pepperoni. Now, they're a whole pepper. They have the back on them. So when you cut the top off, because you're not going to eat that, I want that juice back in here. So I'm going to cut it over and it'll squirt. There, cut it over the salad, because then the juice goes in there. The other thing I use a lot in the kitchen. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it in half. Lots of seeds, a couple of pieces here. Throw them in. The reason they're kept whole is so that you don't lose that juice. But the other thing is scissors. Much easier to have scissors in here, so I just don't want it to squirt all over me. I have to go out soon. All right, there. Spread that juice around. Then I just slice it however I can. Throw it in here. Oh my goodness, that's just going to add such a nice flavor. I'm very excited about this, in case you haven't noticed. Salt and pepper are going to be very, very important. More Italian dressing. A little bit more of everything. I need more greens in here. I do have some fresh asparagus, too. A little bit left over from another dish. And these pepperonis are stuck together, so I might just add some of that asparagus, too. I'm telling you, it's whatever you have left. This could be made specific to somebody's taste. And if you're going to put tomatoes in here, I would advise that you put in the little cherry tomatoes or the cherubs or whatever you call them. And they're all different names of baby tomatoes. And I would, just so you don't get the seeds all over the place, not that there's nothing wrong with those, it's just that it makes it messy looking. And like I said, presentation is pretty much key. If you put out a beautiful pasta salad with different colors in it and people see cheese and meat, they go, oh yeah, there's a hearty salad. So they like that. So there you have it. Keep adding to it whatever you want. And voila. But don't put avocados in it. It's not a good salad for avocado. If you want avocado, put on the side. They brown it anyway. Okay. Bye. Happy pasta.